Welcome back, everybody, to Map Making in Silvernell, where I make a battle map from within my home-brewed fantasy world of Silvernell. Today's map is inside a circus tent in Sweetvale. I'll be using the program Inkarnate for this build, with music by Tabletop Audio. This map is available free in the description below. There are links to images with a battle grid and one without. Let's begin. With this map, I imagine we are looking down inside a circus tent. So I'm going to spend some time building that iconic red and white striped tent around the edges of the map. I also placed a large circle in the middle to help me ensure my tent is circular. For this tent, I'm using canopy assets that I'm stretching and changing to the desired color. I also am bringing the opacity down to less than half, so we can still view some things on the ground underneath. I couldn't end with two red beside each other, so I had to move everything over slightly so I could stick one more white tarp in there. Bingo. I'll go back over and double layer all of those canopy assets. It'll also create many of those little points that you see, which makes it look even more like inside of a tent. Now for the ring in the middle, I'm going to continue that red and white alternating color scheme, but I'll use wall corner assets. Once I found it, I can easily change that color to red and white. And then I'll go around the entire circle, just alternating those two colors until I get the feel I like. I can already tell at this point, I don't really like that they're stacking on top of each other in one direction. So perhaps later I'll go down and move those white blocks down a couple of layers, just so they seem under the red ones. I find that more aesthetically pleasing. There we go. And when I push them down, it shows a little bit of the block on the outside, creating this little stone wall, which I really like. I did not do that on purpose. Now let's get ready for an audience with some bleachers. With 9 wooden boards, we can create a section of our bleachers. 6 on top, and then I'll move a couple down and turn down the brightness, so it looks like the support beams. And then once I've got that section, I'll just copy and paste it over and over again. Now by using a dark color and going around the edges, I can keep the eyes kind of away from the outside, so you just focus on that ring in the middle. Perfect. Now I'm going to use a couple of ladders. I'm going to change them so they're not as long. Change them to that white color so we can keep with our color scheme, and have them climb up into the air onto platforms, creating platforms for our trapeze artist. And then I'll go ahead and create a couple of ropes with the trapeze on it. It probably won't be used in your battle, but it helps the idea of what's up there. Who knows, maybe you can find a way to have your player actually use this rope. That would be a cool moment to swing down into combat. And of course, a tightrope. Perhaps your players are fighting an evil unicyclist. For the top of this map, I'm looking for a booth. This can be inferred as a ticket booth or a decorative display for an act during the show. perhaps during this combat someone scary comes out of this little room. And then after looking for animals, not really finding much, I went ahead and just dropped a few stools. Maybe this is where the elephants can balance, or a seal with a ball on his nose, so I made sure to include a big purple ball. I'll drop a few boxes underneath the tent, just to show that behind-the-scenes look that we all have seen when we visit a circus. And then I'm going to copy and paste those platforms and create light. 2 projectors that can shoot spotlights down. So I'll go ahead and grab a white color on my brush and create those spotlights in the center. And then after I had that, I decided, you know what, let's put those assets of the stools in the light. These 4 platforms are perfect for your archers, long-range casters, or players who get hurt and need to get out of range of melee enemies. After we've darkened everything, I'll go ahead and add a few more touches of light, just so it seems more fun and lively. And poof, we have it. Inside a circus tent, with wooden bleachers, trapeze platforms, a tightrope, and spotlights. If you've enjoyed watching this map being made, consider hitting the like and subscribe button for even more content. Or comment and tell me what map you'd like to see next. And don't forget, the links to this map and one with a battle grid are in the description below. Thanks again for watching. I'll see you next time.